welcome to the stream. I'm Jinxeekatt. I'm going to be your host today, and I'm going to have this up to cheat because we have a very wonderful Division E game for you, and I'm going to try and say this correctly at least once. We have Yavapai County Municipal's Youth Chess Club and Swim Team Episode 4, ANewPool, versus Lightly Salted. One of those a little bit easier to say than the other. I'm so super excited to be here. I'm really excited to be here hanging out, having fun with everybody. We are going to take a look at the maps. So why don't we actually go ahead and go over there? You're under Jinxie. Where are we going? Don't worry. I got you. So here is our map selection here. And if you take a look, Cursed Hollow and Hanamura Temple were banned out by Lightly Salted. For the Lich King, Majesty, thank you very much for the follow. Braxis Holdout and Dragonchai were banned away by Yavapai. And then our very first map of the evening, Alterac Pass, was going to be picked up there, as you can see, by Lightly Salted, with Yavapai winning the coin tops and opting for first pick. So we are just about ready to get set and ready to go. I'm going to let the teams know that I'm all good on my end. I hope you are all good on your end and having a absolutely lovely Saturday evening. I'm so thankful you're here spending it with me. And we'll let the teams know that we are ready. So give me 1 second, my dear cherubs. I also need to open up my manager to make sure that everything is good, because I have a really bad habit of not doing that, and then people follow and I don't catch it in time, and now I am talking on my own channel. Very good. We like to hear that. So give me 1 second, guys. There we go. All right. I'm going to let them know that we are ready. Actually, alrighty. I'm going to let them know that I'm ready, and then I'm going to try and update the team super fast, because I said, hey, guys, I can do something really cool if you guys give me your team names, or sorry, not your team names, your player names. Let me know what's going on. And they were like, yeah, sure, here are team names, except for one of them only gave me half the names. So if I'm coming out and I'm like, this is going to be Yoda, plan on whoever, but it's actually absolute Yoda. So let's make sure their whole name is in there just to be polite. All right, Absolute Yoda, Waffle Copter, Arc Valley. We're waiting for the teams. Let's go ahead and get that bad boy updated. How are you folks doing today? Gotta root for what I can pronounce. Alrighty. Cheer for whichever team gets ETC against any team that bans ETC. Oh, man, I have a lot of opinions about ETC. I'm really surprised that you come and hang out. Oh, no, it's doing the thingy again. No, go away. Okay. I'm surprised that you come out and hang with my, get the foot up there, with my stream, Jake, because you know me, like, ETC comes and I'm just like, ah, why are you so good? And you don't take that much. I mean, a good ETC obviously is devastating. I think he's kind of in the same as Brightwing we were talking about the other day, where he's got a low skill floor, high skill ceiling. And so whenever I get bullied by an ETC who is in the lower part of that box, I'm just like, he's not even good, but his kit just makes him good. Like, you're not a good player, but you're making him a good player. But that's just me being toxic. Looks like we're waiting for the teams to go ahead and get in. Oh, is it Div West? My bad. I'll fix that. Div E. Alright. Div D. My bad. Div D West. My E team is tomorrow, I think. There we go. Boom. Updated. Loving the Zebo pick. Switch alliances if any team picks Nazebo. Fair enough. No, it's not already. It must have... I bumped the thing when I was updating everything. All right, we're 0-0. Game's getting started. All right, so just making sure that they gave me all the wrong names for who is playing tonight, save one. So I almost made a fool of myself. It's a good thing I read. Yeah, so sorry, guys. I mean, I feel like if you come here, like, just for my streams now, like... there's always something wrong with the stream, despite my best efforts. Like, I even have, like, a checklist, like, on a Google Doc I go through, like, is this right? Is this right? Did you check this? Like, is the audio set to the right thing? Because lately that's been an issue, and there's still something always wrong. So, like, don't come here if you expect, like, quality production, because I can't, like, I talk good, I play hero good, I produce potato. Alright, we've got, alright, and logic is right, cool. I'm gonna let them know again that I am ready when you guys are. Dino fight. Hero spinner. Alright. So, once we see the R's, we'll swap over. We'll get in good. I see a couple of people just sneaking in right now, so I'm going to bring it back over to the maps. So once again, if you are just joining us for the very first time here, welcome, welcome. And again, there are a lot of places you can spend a Saturday evening, and I'm flattered that you chose to spend it with me. So we're going to take a look. Bands, of course, from Yavapai are going to be Braxis Holdout and Dragonshire, Cursed Hollow, and Hanamura Temple, banned out by Lightly Salted. First pick is Alterac Pass, of course, as you heard. So why don't we hop over to this draft screen? Okay, hold on. Just kidding. They have to remake because the wrong side got the, I think. Oh, all right. Yep. There we go. Good stuff. Almost. Wrong side had a first pick, so they'll get that switched out, and then we'll be ready to go in just a moment. Thanks, guys, for your patience. All right. I mean, I feel like I kind of have to cheer for Lightly Salted given all of this because, I mean, if you've ever seen any of my streams that aren't NGS streams, you know that I get very salty very quickly. And so, like, just being lightly salted, like, I can relate to that, like, a little bit, you know? They're like mildly inconvenienced. Like, I feel like Dayuki is every time he plays in my game where, he's like, okay, we need to go top and, like, kill this thing. And I'm like, wait, I'm bottom, hitting a minion. Like, unlucky. So, that's what I feel like it is to be lightly salted. Just waiting on the teams. Are they going to be ready? Please say yes. Please say yes. They're all potatoes. All right. Well, nobody caught it. So, I mean, like, I didn't catch it either. But, like, that's not my job, you know? Everybody is in, everybody's host, everybody's captain. I think we are ready to get started now. So any second now. I'm gonna bully you because you bullied me earlier on my emote stream, which I'm gonna, like, peek over there and see. Ah, it's looking so good. Oh, no. Mute, please. No September. Okay, I'm gonna just say R. For the Lich King. All right, let's hop over here once again. Oh, man, she's adding the shadowing, and it looks so excellent. Sorry, somebody's making an emote for me on stream, and so I had to go and check. I needed minions, Dayu. Like, I don't know what to tell you. We're on the wrong scene. My apologies.
For the Lich King.
For the Lich King. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Had it hiding in here. Geez. Yavapai giving my soothsayer a terrible time there. ETC gonna be the first hero banned away, and it makes perfect sense all round. No, Wafflecopter in chat saying don't call me out. I only do it out of love. Tassadar going to be the next ban out here. It makes a lot of sense that they are going to take him away. Very, very strong right now. Just all around. Great team fight. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you so much for all the follows. Lunar Lives, Dynasty 10, and Rogue Valkyrie. Thank you, folks, for the follow. Welcome. I hope you are enjoying the stream. We're going to hop into our second ban here as Lucio is going to be the next to boop away. Makes a lot of sense. Lucio great at speeding up those rotations, getting it out of that sticky mud. And then, of course, there are so many walls around the objective that they can just kind of slide in, do some damage, and then hop away. So, what do we see here from Lightly Salted? We are going to maybe see another tank ban, a support ban on it maybe. No, it is going to be that Chrome, and we can see right here, Lightly Salted does not want to deal with heavy poke, and it makes sense. Not being able to channel the objective or really step in there is going to make for a heck of a hard time on Alterac, so they get rid of it. Zool going to be the first pickup here for Megu Milk. Interesting pick. We don't usually typically see Zool on a larger map such as this, but of course having those skeletons to push with and then using those scythes for extra wave clear does make him very viable. And then of course you get to like the 1v5 potential where Zool is able to just, you know, swipe. He's one of those heroes. He can't 1v1, but he can certainly 1v5. Over on the side of Lightly Salted, we are going to see the front line picked up very early with the Imperious Johanna, countered immediately by the Rhaegar and Raynor. And I feel like I should say countered as in the next pick, not like the front line has been countered by Raynor and Rhaegar. We are just absolutely flying through this draft here in game number 1. Our Nubarak going to be taken out. Not sure if the teams have done their research, as I haven't seen either of these teams play in a couple of months now. So research that the teams have done, or if they're just like, you know what, like this counters our draft. Let's get rid of it. And you know, it'd be super spicy to see because like the comp doesn't do any justice for it at all is a Cho'Gall. Like, Cho'Gall with Imperious Johanna is a lot of beef. And now, well, we probably won't see it. It would still be really cool to see Lightly Salted pick that up. We're going to see the Li Ming to Ronde, though, and those folks finishing out the draft means that there is not going to be a Cho'Gall, which I didn't expect. There's absolutely no reason to pick up the Cho'Gall, but, like, still really cool to see. Ooh, Arthas! Oh, it's not even my birthday. And also, he's right up here at the top, so I can grab this bad boy, stick him in on my little sheet here. Makes it for an easy time. Mega Mook is Zool. Alrighty. So, looking at these team comps so far, we've got some really, really solid picks coming out here. I like the Li Ming pick. And the GAZLOWE. GAZLOWE is banned. So, we're going to have to remake this. Rip. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's a big yikes. Okay, they're gonna do Malthael instead. So that what we saw there, the GAZLOWE is supposed to be a Malthael. I'll let them know that I am ready. Alright, Absolute Yoda is JOHANNA. Just making sure I get everything in. That should be in. And this is going to be an exciting game, I think. This is going to be really, really fun. We're just waiting for everybody to get ready. And then we will hop in. And last but not least, so that leaves Logic on that Malthael. All right. Well, I don't even have to swap over for myself. Feels good. For the Lich King. A Vanilla, thank you very much for the follow as we hop into game number 1 in our best of 3 series. And taking a look at these teams, I always like to do like who I think is going to win based on draft, who won in the draft. And I think I am going to give it to... Trying to try this one more time. Can we get it? Yavapai County Municipal Youth Chess Club and Swim Team Episode 4, a new pool. That is my vote, and that's going to be all the time we have on the screen with me to hop in as we hop over for game number 1. Zoom out here. Boom. Over here. On the left-hand side, we have Yavapai with everyone going to pop up on my screen, hopefully, as I get this all sorted away with Andrade on that Arthas. Shank B is going to be your Orphea. We are going to see our Luna on that Rhaegar. Blue Space Hat is your Rainer, and then of course up here on the top it is Mega Milk. And over here on the right hand side we have Lightly Salted with Delta E3 on that Imperious. Arc Valley is going to be your Tyrande. Wafflecopter is your Li Ming. Absolute Yoda going to be the Johanna. And Logic rocking that Malthael. Everybody heading over to get this early map, early middle fight here, see if they can't find any picks. Are going to see everyone fight right here. You can change your picks after, or is GAZLOWE banned? GAZLOWE is banned, but I know there have been a couple of times where like something has happened in the draft and somebody has said like, okay, this pick equals this. Since it was the last pick, I don't think anybody really minds. Like if it came out and it was like 3rd, like that might be kind of frustrating. But since it was the last pick and it was just a little bit of a misunderstanding there, they are going to let it through. We're going to see a little bit of a skirmish break out here in the middle. Nobody getting particularly low at all, and in fact it is time for camps, as we can see Yavapai rotating over to do their own. Tyrande and Li Ming getting ready to start it. Just being the two of them, it may take a couple of seconds for them to get this bad boy going. Up here in the top lane, we are going to see our solo laners, and I always like to point them out as the most cool and attractive members of the team because they are the solo lane, and they sacrifice screen time so we can have XP, and as such, that makes them the best players on the team. So always a big shout out to solo lane. We don't get to see them too terribly much, especially in some of the lower divisions. Down here in the bottom, Delta having a heck of a time as Blue Space Hat is ringing them once through the ringer. They're going to have to go ahead and tap, but it looks like Blue Space Hat has also been the victim of some serious abuse down here in the bottom lane. Level 4 online for Yavapai. We're going to take a look. These Knolls are pushing in towards Lightly Salted. And looking at these picks, we do have that Frost Presence picked up for Arthas. And then, of course, the Frozen Waste. So going for the standard tank Arthas build, you like to see it. And I think this will be really good if Andrade can get on top of that Tyrande, making it really hard for Arc Valley to get that CDR out. So clear out coming down here in the mid. I'm going to take a look down here, and it looks like Blue Space Hat is sitting pretty well in this lane. Delta, again, just being harassed by the heavy range of Rainer, but here comes the stun, and Arc Valley finishing up with a beautiful Lunar Flare. Going to try and get a little bit of extra damage onto Blue Space Hat. Both of these members down here in the bottom have tapped, so not a whole lot going on. And actually up in the top, we are going to see Malthael go down as Megamook Hill or Hearth's back. There was a gank. Excuse the T tours as a successful gank comes out there onto Logic. And as such, they are going to get started on this early objective. Toronto tries to interrupt with the Sentinel, but as such, we are not going to see it connect. Therefore, camp has been started, and now it's up to Lightly Salt to try and race it down. While we have another moment here, Maltheo coming in, going to try and get the interrupt. However, Yavapai not ready to let it go quite yet. Absolute Yoda getting rooted by the Zool. Out comes the Lunar Fair. Logic taking a ton of damage as Delta is in there, and Lightly Salted now turning the tables. Absolute Yoda very low on health and mana. They do go down, and that is going to be Yavapai picking up not only 3 kills as both Logic and Delta fall as well, but they also pick up this early objective and are looking to push here in this middle lane. Let's go a little bit further so we can see the whole map, see what's going on here. Take a look at some of these talents. Level 7 online for Yavapai, and as we can see, we do have that blue build coming out from Zool. Harvest Vitality, the big talent to keep them alive. 70% of the damage dealt is healing, and as such, again, that's what makes Zool the hero who can just 1v5 if you stand in those cursed strikes. You are asking for a hurt, and of course we have the cleanse coming out. Meanwhile, over on the side of Lightly Salted, Curious Imperious build. We've got the Burn the Impure to try and poke down Arthas, as he is really the only front line here for Yavapai. They're going to jump on top of Blue Space Hat now, who is in a wonky position. Orphea coming to try and deal some damage, but ends up blocking her friend. Logic with a beautiful rotation onto Rain are going to be the first, and that is the sound of those Li Ming resets. Ara Luna very low, going to be the next to fall. Andrade next after that, and now it's just Shank left all by themselves. They're going to get the stun off from that Celestial Charge. However, the Shadow Waltz is good. Orphea healing up. However, unfortunately, that is going to be the end. Wow, a lot of however is there. Just like, okay, they're healed, but they're damaged. But they're healed, but and now they're dead. So, good cleanup there by the members of Lightly Salted. They didn't even lose a fort, save the top one up here where everyone is pushing. And that's actually really big for that first objective. It can be so strong early on. Remember when it first came out, like if you lost the first objective, that was it. GG. While the teams are resetting there now, we are going to see both null camps picked up. We'll take a look at this Li Ming Magic Missiles build, going for that Seeker at level 7. We saw the members of Minion Miners take it yesterday. Marshall being the one in NGS, I feel, to popularize this, and I may just be full of crap. Level 10s hit almost simultaneously for the teams here. Of course, Johanna going for that subdue. We have Starfall coming out for Taronda. Poison Nova for the Zool. They definitely want to get in there. Last rides, everything looking fairly standard so far. Eternal Feast coming out for Orphea. We're going to move down to the bottom to see how Yoda is doing against Mega Milk. And actually, the Blessed Shield is going to come out. Zool going to pop the Bone Armor, and that is not going to be Mega dying today. Logic came down to try and get something, but wasn't quite quick enough. And they step out, so this could be a successful gank yet. The Poison Nova having to be popped. Out comes the tap, and Zool is going to go down to that last rites. So all in all, really well done by Lightly Salted there. Up here in the middle lane, we are seeing them continue the harass on to the members of Yavapai Chess Club and some other bits. As the front wall of the middle lane has gone down. Interestingly, despite having the Rainer, the Zool, and the Orphea, we have Ancestral Healing coming out here from Rhaegar, just trying to keep folks a little bit more sustained in those long team fights like we saw up in that top lane. Down here in the bottom, Logic is just going to clear. We are going to see Yavapai step up to the objective. Shank is going to try and pop it, but immediately gets blown up by Li Ming's Disintegrate, and that is one of the benefits of having Li Ming on your team. Andrade steps up next, and the Li Ming orb connects. There's the Seeker, and he's just being harassed out here. Li Ming getting about 25% health, just free damage. Delta coming in now. Ancestral Healing is immediately dropped onto the tank. Imperius dropping that angelic armament is going to fall regardless as they stay too long in the internal feast. Starfall coming down. Megu getting quite low, having to use that medallion right then and there. Orphea getting hit out by that blessed shield. Last rites consuming Raynor. Orphea the next to fall down. Megu running for their life. Johanna will be the next to fall, however, as Lightly Salted is on top, but they are certainly not out of the woods. Li Ming the next to fall. However, Rehgar pays for the kills with their life. Ping's coming out to grab this objective. 1.6 seconds. Nicely done by Lightly Salted there, picking up those kills, picking up that objective, because fun fact, the minions gather the objective. It does not stop the clock, but the second you touch the clock as a hero character, you do stop that clock. So that's why you'll see a lot of the higher tiers of play just like channel, because they're trying to get that interrupt any opportunity they can. Are going to see Yavapai stepping up to try and contest this objective now, and with Shank being on there, that is going to be the channel being interrupted. I see there is a question about the Orphea at level 4. We are going for that chomp. Immediate dash backwards there. Megumilk taking a lot of damage. Last rites getting so much value so early on in the game, already getting 3 stacks every time it is a kill. Delta very low, getting harassed out by the members of Lightly Salted. They're going to try and pour onto Laura Luna, but Blue Space Hat is there. And in the 1v2, Imperius does not win this. Going to try and get onto Rehgar, but does end up going down. Malthael the next to fall. Orphea going to be close after that. Absolute Yoda, though, absolutely out of health. Going to step back in, try and get their friends out, end up paying for it with their life. And right now, this is anybody's game. Toronto going to be the next to fall as Blue Space Hat is on top of these kills. Nobody is pressuring them. Nobody is able to get in and stop Raynor from getting those autos off. And as such, he's just cleaning house. Himibo, thank you for the subscription with Amazon Prime. Welcome to the Undead Army. Please enjoy your Jinxie Rage. And hopefully in the next couple of days, next day or two, we will have our Arthas Wave and our Krog champs. So, once again, we are going to see the cavalry headed over for the side of Yavapai, who have respawned and are looking to take this bottom lane. Blue Space Hat taking a ton of damage, having to use the Adrenaline Rush there. Delta coming out, dropping the Angelic Armaments is not going to get... They do get those swords off onto Megu. Raynor is going to fall, getting poked out by Li Ming there. Andrade very low in the back. He's got no health, no mana. Is a baby from that Tyrande Sentinel. And... as such, it looks like Yavapai is going to have to back up. Arthas goes down, Rehgar goes down, Zool goes down. Fantastic play by Wafflecopter and Arc Valley on these Li Minks and Tyrandas. Not going to lie, I did pick Yavapai in part because I don't feel like Tyrande is very strong now. I feel like it's very difficult, especially with someone like an Arthas who slows your auto attacks, to do well with her. But nobody told Arc Valley that, as they are just putting out not only the heals, but the DPS. Let's take a look over here. Kills, deaths, assists. Tyrande, 2 kills, 1 death, 11 assists. Been a part of almost every single kill for Lightly Salted. We'll take a look at these stats here right now. 32k healing on the Tyrande. Only 8k behind the Rehgar, which is absolutely insane. Yavapai still able to pick it back up here. They are down 16, so now is not an ideal time for them to fight. But it looks like they're going to go in anyways, and Andrade might have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew. We're going to see that Icebound Fortitude come out. Ghouls have also been popped here by Arthas, and a lot of those big sustaining tools already used by the main tank. He's sitting back. We see that Frozen Tempest come out. Out comes the root there. He's almost finished with the quest. One more to go on that level 1. The Frost Presence there, allowing it to root along the way. Level 16 has been picked up by Yavapai, and this is going to be the fort headed down for Lightly Salted. Their first building on the game, and they're not looking to stop anytime soon. That Frost Presence is completed. Out comes the Blessed Shield. Out comes the Eternal Feast. Out comes the Angelic Armaments. Starfall is also dropped, and the members of both teams just trying to scurry back to their healer for safety. Big chunks all around from both teams here in the fight. Very nicely done. We can see everybody just trying to reset and figure, you know what, we're even. There's really no point in fighting. That Seeker doing so much damage to our Luna there. Really well done by WaffleCopter. Members of Yavapai looking for something, unable to find the hero. Just going to step back and look to gain the early advantage on this objective, which I have to say has been really paying out well for them. They're going to look at this top forward, look at the top minions. I was thinking maybe they might do boss, but it looks like with all 5 members alive, they don't want to go for that. They're just going to, again, get that defensive positioning here and try and push out. Out comes the Hyperion, a great route, great CC coming out from Yavapai. However, Arthas is going to be cleaned out by that last right. Shank taking a ton of damage there. Going to have to back up. Blue Space Hat shooting with that penetrating round. They've got that Paint Them Red, which gives them the heal on the pen round there. Delta very low, but chasing in. Mega Milk has 100 health. Arluna healing them up. Medallion coming out for Raynor there. Those angelic armaments are dropped. And now it is finally time for Lightly Salted, who pick up the Zool with a Sentinel kill. That level 16 Empower, 7% of your maximum health as damage is going to be a swift end to Zool there. And now the Null camp is under some serious pressure. Blue Space Hat, Aura Luna having to say, you know what, nope. Oh, they just finished it. Aura Luna gonna actually get it though with an insane steal of their own camp there. Just as Lightly Salted was walking in. Well done by Yavapai, understanding what they can take, what they can't. And actually, with that Null camp, everybody leaving to go invade is going to be a reset on the objective here. So there still is a chance for Yavapai to come back in and take this. Logic is going to go back to base. You can see they have no mana, and nobody is looking to grab this aggressive camp anymore on the side of Lightly Salted, who are now looking to do the same thing and grab their own camp. They know they can't quite contest until Malthael gets back. Everybody is reloaded on resources, though. That last right is up. Andrade pops their own Unstoppable. Out comes the Hyperion. Internal Feast. The Tyrande drops her ultimate as well. That is going to be Delta who follows first. Arthas is going to be the next to go down. Logic, it's an absolute bloodbath as Li Ming. WaffleCopter picks up 1 more, 2 more. The triple, the quadra kill from WaffleCopter. Easy 5-man team wipe. 5 for 2. Gonna be the objective. Going over to Lightly Salted. You started out super rough, but are now showing a very dominant performance here. Level 20 was picked up in that fight. We saw the immediate use of Johanna with that Blessed Shield upgrade, the Radiating Faith, hitting all 5 members there for 1.75 seconds. Everybody is being stunned for the maximum duration, which is huge. Really worked out well for Lightly Salted, who are now just destroying this map. We can see WaffleCopter coming in with those huge minion waves. Just going to clear everything out. That is going to be the front wall of the keep going down here for Yavapai, who do have to come in and try and clean this out. Still not level 20. This is a big defense for them. They'll have to be very careful. Make sure nobody dies. That is, oh no, a pause. 1 second. There's an issue. All right, we're going to pop back over to me. They're having some technical issues on the side of Yavapai. So, hello again. How are you guys? I hope you're having a good time enjoying Report Andrade, says Shank. If I remember correctly, there was another name to say, another way to say their name. Shancy. All right. So, keyboard is losing its mind. It won't stop pinging. Oh no, that's not good. Mute pings. Mute pings. Okay, it looks like they are good. Am I ref? Let me make sure. I will unpause then. All right. I will do a countdown my own. And pause, break. Please. Alrighty, get back into it. Thanks so much for your patience, guys, and we head in. At least it's not like Storm Division where it was like a 30-minute delay. We're back in the game, lickety-split. I was going to take a look at some of the chat, but we'll have to look at it after. Level 20 still not online for Yavapai here. Imperius comes out with the charge, does not connect this time round. Interestingly enough, going for that Blaze of Solarian, it's like I've just noticed, despite being the level 7 talent, really getting some good value with those huge slows and those huge damage there. This is going to be the first to keep going down. Usually you have to grab 2 to finish the game. We'll see if that is the case for Lightly Salted here, who are going in. Multiple ultimates used there. Delta going to be the first to fall. Hyperion coming out, doing so much damage. Really good condemn, but not enough. Johanna surrounded by 5 is going to die all alone. The team, 3 members, half health, half mana. They say, you know what? We're pretty happy with this. We're going to get the bottom fort. We're going to get the top fort. Like, all around solid play from the objective back up. As for Yavapai, really solid, clean there. They do finally have level 20. We have the anti-magic shell from Arthas coming out, allowing them to soak up some of that Li Ming damage. We can see Andrade in the back is pinging, saying, hey, help! Friends, please! Anti-magic shell has been popped, and the little baby has to run away through the mud. Orphea dropping the Eternal Feast to make sure their friend is peeled away. She does have that Eldritch Conduit, so that is going to give her the extra spell power. We see a little bit of chunking come out for Lightly Salted before they finally have to back away. 20's online again. Zool finally getting that Andriel's Visage. That is the heal on the level 20 Nova there. Storm Shield coming out from Rhaegar. Of course, the Execute as is standard. Imperius not opting for the typical Blaze of Solarian as we see, but instead going for the Heavenly Host, giving the nearest enemy hero's shield, excuse me, not giving the enemy, giving the nearest enemy hero, it fires a sword, dealing 300 damage. There we go. If the shield lasts, Andrade going to be immediately exploded there, but out comes that Zool Poison Nova. Does a ton of damage to Delta, who is so scared they pop the Gladiator's Medallion there, able to heal up. Tyrande with no heals and nothing to auto attack does go down to the poison. The 1-for-1 tank for support, and both teams looking for that boss, not able to complete it, missing a key part on both sides there. Logic and Aura gonna duel it up in the top, try and clear out the lanes. Logic, however, is surrounded by everyone all alone. They will die. They drop the last rites, trying to get the Rhaegar to go down, but unfortunately not low enough health. That is going to be them dying alone, and they've opted for the Angel of Death, not the buyback. So that is going to be the full death timer of Malthael there. Down in the bottom, Arthas will be back up in 8 seconds. Boss being considered by Yavapai. They're going to go in, and they are going to start it. They know Arthas will be up in just a second. Mega Milk, very powerful as the Zool, going to be able to tank it out. But here comes Delta, and here comes Waffle. The members of Yavapai, despite having 2 members down, the members of Lightly Salted have 2 members down, looking to fight. Out comes the Ancestral Healing very early in the fight. Blue Space Hat being blown to bits. Shancy also going quite low, able to drop the feast there. Gonna just try and chase everyone away, and that is going to be poor Imperius, who's being absolutely bullied this game, going down. My mouse losing its mind, wanting to look back and see what's happening with the boss as nobody... Oh, gosh darn it, mouse. There we go. All right, so what you missed there is a big old chase and nobody dying. So adamant to see what happened with this boss, which was reset, and now Yavapai gonna give it a chance again to try and start it up. But again, even though Imperius is dead, we're gonna see Lightly Salted come in. Hyperion is dropped. Out comes the Ghouls of Arthas. The Poison Nova just dotting up Logic, who is getting some healing out. Andrade already using all their supports. Last right's gonna finish him off. However, Johanna was picked off as well. Out comes the Li Ming combo. The Feast has been dropped as well. just 2 for 1 in favor of Yavapai. They also pick up the boss. Quite happy with that. They're just going to leave Lightly Assaulted to clear it out. In the meantime, everybody gonna have to clear out this middle lane. We can see Zool heading back. Was also quite low on resources. Araluna just running past it, losing 25% of their health. Looking to get back into the fight. They're gonna leave Zool just to deal with it, who clears it out fairly quickly, but at the expense of half of their health. Half of their health. I can speak words good. Objective has been started by the members of the blue team here. They don't have Arthas. They don't have Zool. They are going to have to give this up. But it's going to get 42 seconds before Lightly Assaulted is able to do quite the same. And it looks like the team fight is being considered over the objectives. Both teams just wanting to fight here. They know a pick could end the game either way, but seeing as the members of Yavapai have regrouped, Lightly Assaulted going to go for the objective instead. Malthael checking the camp, seeing that folks were on it, but have now since stopped. Delta in a rough spot, immediately popping that angelic armaments. They are rooted. They don't have their medallion up, I do not believe, and as such, out comes the Poison Nova once again, and that is going to be Malthael and Imperious going down. Yavapai's minions have grabbed their objective, and now it is their turn to be aggressive. Lots of ultimates coming out there. We saw, of course, the angelic armaments, the Starfall to try and get the peel, Orphea dropping the feast, and then, of course, the Poison Nova to finish off the Imperious there. Poor Delta just being wrecked by the Zool. Every time he tries to go in, the poor baby. I know exactly how that feels. Lightly Assaulted, though, don't seem to give a flying flip about being down 2 members. They're still going to come in and contest, and Yavapai's just giving it to them. They're like, all right, man, like, don't be so aggressive. It's like when you see one of those mean little dogs, and, like, you know you could pump it. We're having a rave over here on the objective, by the way, just so you guys can see. It's going to give me a migraine. Hopefully none of you have epilepsy. Well, at least it definitely reminds me of like one of those mean little dogs. Blessed Shield and Orb come down, chunking out the members of Yavapai. Can I make my gosh darn analogy now? Okay, like, you know, you see it and it's mean and it's like, and like, you know, you could yeet the dog, like just kick it and it'll be fine, but you still don't want to mess with it. That's Lightly Assaulted. They may be small, but they are mighty, and they are doing a good job in these team fights. As a fantastic 3-man spear comes out there for Delta. They're able to push back Yavapai long enough to keep them from harassing the keep too much, but is it going to be enough? It is now their turn to be under some serious pressure here. However, Yavapai gonna back off, wait for the objective. It is gonna be nice and healthy. All 3 objectives will be pushing keeps, so Lightly Assaulted have to deal with this fairly quickly. Logic, full of poison. Delta, full of poison. They must be so tired of this feeling. The angelic armaments being eaten alive. Orphea's ultimate will come out. Last rites will come out. A 2 for 1 going over to Yavapai. Malthael falls down as well, and we could be looking at the end of the game here. Arc Valley trying to heal everyone up, keep the remaining members, which are just them and Lawfulcopter on that Li Ming alive. Yavapai looking for that second keep, and with the 2 keeps down, it is much easier to finish the core. Only 20% armor on it. Is it going to be enough? The objective is still strong. However, Mega is quite low. Those Seeker missiles doing a huge amount of damage. Blue Space Hat is also there. The core is under 50% health now, and it's just them alive. The core will heal. Can Space Hat finish? No, they are going to back it up and head back to their base. This is the most dynamic game of Alterac we have seen in quite some time. Usually, you know, it's like one team gets the objective and then they just win. So, well played by both teams. We're 25.5 minutes into the game. Both null camps are available. Should be what both teams are looking to grab. Out comes the Sentinel onto Shancy, trying to clear that out. Everybody knows the real boss on Alterac is in the... Oh, no! Oh, the owl misses! Real boss is in the middle of the lane. Those null camps do take negative 20 armor off of everything. That includes, you know, the buildings, the keeps, the forts, the nexus, the minions, the heroes. Everything gets up to a negative 20 debuff. Lightly Salted have returned, and it looks like they're looking at this top boss. In the meantime, the members of Yavapai finally starting, we're baiting the bottom boss. It is going to be a boss race here, and it looks like we may see a base race as we continue. However, there's going to have to be some huge damage coming out from Lightly Salted if that ends up being the case, as the 2 keeps of the members of Yavapai are going to make it more difficult for the team to kill. Excuse me, bosses have been pushed. Waves are being cleared here. You can see Knowles being taken care of and pushed out in the middle lane. Boss heading straight to that keep. Members of Yavapai looking to potentially end the game. Lightly Salted is throwing, says Dynasty in chat. Out comes the Blessed Shield. The Ancestral is good. Out comes the Starfall. We don't have the upgraded Starfall. We have the Shooting Star instead, but still doing a ton of damage. Malthael melted to bits as Yavapai is looking to finally end this with their boss. They have a boss on the keep. If they die here, that's it for them. Boss is doing a ton of damage. Core is falling low. Drekthar is spitting for all he's worth, but is it going to be enough? 6K on the core. Everybody's still alive. Members of Yavapai looking rough, but it is going to be game number 1 going to Yavapai Municipal County. Youth Chess Club and Swim Team, Episode 4, A New Pool, will be your winners. Let's take a look at this score screen. Well done there. Very, very close game. A 50-kill game. 26 to 28 there. So that's what? 54 kills? Absolutely insane. Everybody hanging out around the board. Save Wafflecopter, who only died once. So well played to them. Them and Arc Valley being the carries of the team. Just with the 1 and the 2 deaths. You can see an amazing amount of DPS coming out from Li Ming. 187,000. Chansey very close with the 126k. Healing numbers. Araluna really, really shined there. Almost like 250,000 healing, 204,000. Double the healing nearly of Arc Valley, but Arc Valley, what they lacked in healing, they made up for in utility. Some of those stuns, absolutely insane, hitting 3 and 4 members of Lightly Salted all at once. Take a look at these talents here. I know there was a little bit of a discrepancy in chat, people saying, Orphea talent, not so strong, going that Chomp build. I know Chomp was recently nerfed. The Backbiter was the big issue, I think. If Chomp hits a hero, Orphea dashes a short distance backwards. It also gives you 15 immediate maximum health. Not what we typically see, but overall paid off well for Chansey, I think. All right, what did we miss? Holy Beard, what is their name? I know. Let's see, Infinite Eternal Feast. Yep, saw that. Once again, Himibo, thank you very much for the subscription with your Twitch Prime. I appreciate you giving it over to me. Call for Orphea to be a little bit more aggressive. We are going to see that Yavapai win, of course, though. So I guess she was aggressive enough. It worked out well for her. All right, but this is a very good and very close series here. If that's game number 1, then I'm excited for game 2 and potentially game number 3. We're just waiting to hear from those teams, so let me go ahead and update our little score here. All right. Gonna hop into game. We started off with me accidentally giving a point over to Yavapai, but I feel like it was just the universe predicting for me who was going to win. So we'll update that, and then of course the match was picked by red, but won by blue. So we'll update that bad boy. Bring you folks all over to see it. Boom. And I see we have a couple of new faces around. So, welcome. My name is Jinxeekatt. I am your caster for this evening. You are on the most cool and attractive Heroes of the Storm stream this evening. I appreciate you guys spending your Saturday night with me. I'm actually really not that cool nor that attractive. I'm just kind of, a big nerd. Almost swore there. Sorry, NGS. a big nerd who likes to shout about heroes, for just joining us after game number 1. This is a best of 3. The first map was picked by Lightly Salted. Yavapai ending up winning that. And look at their name. It's so long it fills up the whole line there. If you're wondering where we are, how we got here, where we're going, I got you. Of course, like I said, Ultrac Pass picked up by Lightly Salted. Bands from Lightly Salted going to be, I always forget the name of it, Hanamura Temple and Cursed Hollow. We also had Dragonshire and Braxis band out by Yavapai, and it looks like they have opted to take us to our map number 2. So let me go ahead and update that for you, you fantastic folks. We are going to go to Tomb of the Spider Queen, and that was picked by our friends in the blue. That means first pick will go over to the members of Lightly Salted. I'm going to let the players know that we are ready, and we will hop into game number 2 of our best of 3 series. I'm going to bring it back to me for just a second, and then as soon as I do, you'll have to see the intro again because they're probably going to be ready to go. I have said ready, a couple of winky faces coming out. What a great series so far. Can I just say it's been a really fantastic play this time round. I always like casting the lower divisions because they do some spicy stuff. You never know what we're going to expect. And then we end up having, you know, a 54 kill game, which is absolutely incredible. The thing I hate the most when I'm casting is slow games, because then you end up with the teams are like, okay, like Dragonshire is the worst for a slow game. Alicia wins. Thank you for the rating party of 98. That's so kind of you. Welcome, viewers of Alicia. Let me get a shout out for you, my friends. So all you folks can stop by and go follow her. Moist Weenus, thank you very much for the subscription and the 69 bits. Tomb of the Spider Queen. All right, I hope you had a fantastic stream. We're just doing a little bit of NGS cast in here. If you guys are new, it's an amateur league, and we're playing Division D West right now. Thank you guys so much. It's so nice to see you all. Oh, I really hope you had a good time, and I hope you guys are having a good time over on my stream as we hop in immediately out the gate, Lightly Salted, getting rid of this duel, saying, you know what, that really sucked. We don't want to play against that, so goodbye. And Delta with the sad face, the sad Alarak, or is that suspicious? What is that? The meh Alarak. ETC gonna be banned out once again. Sorry, JakeBot. Nobody wants to play against the famous cowboy. A little bit too strong for everybody right now, which I definitely understand. Yikes, Reno. Putting the entire team name for Yavapai. I look at how it ruins the beautiful. I have such a nice overlay, and Yavapai is just like, no. Eat butthole, Jinxie. Let's get back to the draft, as Tassadar is going to be banned out once again here. That is going to leave the Chromie available. So if anybody on Yavapai wanted to pick that up, it would be the time. Unless, of course, first pick goes over to the members of Lightly Salted, because they have that. Do we see the same ban coming out of Yavapai? Are they going to pick something else instead? Yeah, they're going to get rid of the Johanna. It was too strong last game. They're like, you know what? No, those Blessed Shields were on point. I should be updating this so I can do my little spinner boys. So, good stuff. Let's update that. First pick, Chromie again available, Cassia available, is going to be the Kale Thoss. Good wave clear all around, just a well-rounded hero. They got wave clear, they got assassin, they got a ton of burst damage. I said assassin, I meant CC, but I guess like if you're stunned, you're dead. So it makes sense. Anduin is going to be the pickup here for our Luna. Was banned out in the first game. And now the Diablo coming out for Andrade. Diablo, this is one of their stronger maps and one of the absolute champion tanks to pick up right now. So, with JOHANNA banned, with ETC banned, what is Lightly Salted going to do? Is the ANewPool ban gonna come out again, but this time versus Lightly Salted, as this tank pool is getting thinner and thinner? We will have to see. It is going to be Blaze and Tyrande picked up once again. Blaze could be the main tank or offlane for the members of Lightly Salted. It is Delta who has locked it in, so we can infer that it's going to be in the offlane, but you know, you never know. Have to wait and see. There could be some swapsies coming out later, or even some role swaps as we continue on. Mei is going to be banned out, keeping with those tank bans, getting rid of all the S tier tanks. Who do we have right now? Muradin, Anubarak, Arthas. Not looking very good for Yavapai. Excuse me, Lightly Salted here, unless of course it is going to be that Blaze tank. We'll see what is being picked up here. What is banned away? It is going to be that Lieutenant Morales. That's an interesting ban considering that Anduin has been picked up, but maybe Lightly Salted knows something that I don't. So we'll have to assume that this is some Galaxy brain play that we are just not aware of. Picks coming out for Lightly Salted. Do they grab a tank, or is Blaze the boy to tank here? It's wrong team picking, so of course, no, they don't grab a tank. They already have one. It is going to be the Illidan coming out, though, at the Zul'jin. Seeing the Zul'jin makes me feel like this probably is a spicy play, and that's where the Morales was banned. That this is, again, super big brain from Lightly Salted. They knew it was coming, and they're like, you know what? No, like this sucks. This is all getting so wild. It's hard for me to keep track of who is doing what. Illidan coming out. We're gonna see the Sonya Uther come out, so it looks like it should be a Blaze main tank here. Delta is going to be the Blaze. Let me update everything, please. Absolute Yoda swapping to the healer with the Uther. Are they? Is it a tank Uther? Am I a fool?
For the Lich King.
For the Lich King. Thank you very much for the follow. Trying to update everything as quickly as I can. Wafflecopter going to be the Kael'thas, and it is going to be the Jaina, who has been picked up to fill out the roster of Yavapai Municipal County. Blue space hat on that Jaina. And last but not least, there are going to be no swaps. And as such, that is going to be hopping back over to me. While I update everything as quick as I can, I've been trying to get better about typing and talking, but I'm not. So, excuse me all as we look at these team comps. And I have to say, I really like the comp of the members of Lightly Salted. I think we may see a game number 3 here. Logic is going to be the Sonya, and that looks like everything is all up to date. We have our beautiful maps rickety ready to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, game number 2, our best of 3 series. We have over here on the blue side the members of Yavapai Municipal County with Shanxi on that Zul'jin. Araluna is going to be your Anduin. Blue space hat on the Jaina. Andrade is your Diablo. And down here in the bottom lane, Megumilk is your Illidan. And over here on the right-hand side, we have Lightly Salted with Logic on that Sonya, Delta on the Blaze, Wafflecopter is your Kael'thas, Arc Valley once again on the Tyrande, and of course, our friend Absolute Yoda on that Uther. Take a look at some of these level 20 talents as we, or excuse me, level 1, not level 20, not quite yet. Cult Leader, thank you very much for the follow. Report Aura for getting hit by an owl, says Andrade. as everybody is just jumping up. Lots of quests here all around. Let's take a look at some of these. Of course, we do have the souls for Diablo and that frostbite for Jaina baseline. Fingers of Frost coming out as is standard. Unrelenting hatred for Illidan. And the Headhunter coming out from Zul'jin. This is going to be the standard for running up top and mid, excuse me, as fast as they can. Wave clear a little bit better for, oh gosh, I don't even know. Illidan and Sonya are in the bottom. They're kind of like the staple wave clear outside of the mage for both teams. Uther is going to go down here in this middle lane. Again, first blood, T2ers got caught out by that Diablo, ended up paying with their life. You were watching on the map there. Wafflecopter going to just back it up here. 3 stacks already on that Mana Addict. Didn't go for the meme Vection stacks as much as we would all like it. Andrade really stepping up. And with the members now down from the side of Lightly Assaulted, that is going to be the wave clear going over to the members of Yavapai, who are just trying to avoid fighting. Obviously, Uther is quite strong at level 1. They do have that Hammer of the Lightbringer. Don't have it completed yet. And now it is Andrade who pops the medallion and is going to be able to get away from that Blaze stun there. I worked all day, so I haven't watched the cast back, but looking or planning on it tomorrow. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. It's been a pretty fun past couple of days. Just don't watch my very, very first cast. It was super yikes. The audio was bad. Both teams just trying to get soak here. That's the name of the game. That's the way to play. You get that early soak. You get that early level. You get that early kill. You get that easy win is how it's played here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Jaina already up to 508 on that Frostbite. Pretty good for the early game. Quest looking solid there. Of course, Zul'jin already getting 1 stack on that Headhunter. We are going to see that friend or foe from the Illidan, allowing him to dive to an ally if they need it, and it also gives a range increase. Logic is just absolutely bullying him here. Sonya sustains a little bit better than Illidan does early on in the game. For Blaze here, we are going to see that Adrenaline Stim Pack, which has become the new favorite as of recent. Was nerfed a little bit, but still quite strong. Having that extra wave clear and the ability to use those cooldowns a lot more rapidly can really pay dividends here. Absolute Yoda being absolutely bullied, and I just love making puns on that name because I like low-hanging fruit jokes. So you guys can feel free to leave at any time. But teams still avoiding fighting here. Level 7 will be soon. Illidan tries to turn in, gets caught out by Wafflecopter. Stun coming out, but Illidan going to be able to get away using that medallion. And these Div E players are so much better than me at this medallion. Like, props to them for remembering. We are going to see Logic down here after changing a little way to grab this bottom camp. Kael'thas looking to turn in, able to do so. 16 to 32. Will Yavapai get the first turn in here as Araluna turns in their 3? But still 10 away. We need a better turn in from, gosh, who's got all the gems right now? We'll have to take a peek, see. It is going to be Diablo and Illidan there. Pardon my yikes. Tab there, blocking out the entire screen. Stun coming out from Blaze. There's the follow-up. Diablo's taking a ton of damage. That's the time that Yavapai needs to turn in. But it is going to be gotten by Illidan down here in the bottom instead. Or perhaps another member who just picked it up super quick because both of them do have a healthy amount of gems still, which we can believe that neither player was able to turn in quite yet. And we are going to see Yavapai taking full advantage of this with the early push onto this top lane. Stun coming out, connecting on the 2 members. Araluna taking so much damage. Excuse me, Blue Space Hat taking so much damage. They are going to go down, not before spreading the bomb to Araluna. This is going to be the web weaver pushing, with the members of Yavapai having to run as fast as they can. Zul'jin just trying to get some extra stacks on that quest. They're already up to 6, which is... gosh, it's 30 attacks onto heroes. You love to see it when your Zul'jin has stacks quickly, because nothing feels worse than when he's not stacked. You're 19 minutes into the game, he's got like 8 stacks, and you're like, have you not been attacking heroes? Hello? So really well done by them. Top web weaver is going to be cleared out, and that is going to be this bottom webby also getting absolutely smacked by the members of Lightly Salted. The purple will come out, take a little bit of health from Arc Valley, have to heal that up, but nothing they aren't worried about. Down in the bottom once again, cool and attractive players being cool and attractive, grabbing that soak. Camp is being taken here by the members of Yavapai, looking to potentially push with that. Turn-in coming out for the members of Lightly Salted. They are level 8, close to getting that level 10, which will allow them to significantly push better. And well done, they grab it. That was a spicy interrupt there by Shansi, but in the end, not going to be enough. Those gems are going to go in, and now it's Lightly Salted's turn to show what they are made of. Up here in the top lane, we're going to see the same thing as before, but this time, Lightly Salted pushing out. Stun comes out onto Diablo, taking a little bit of damage there. Dana Blizzard is good. Delta is in the back. They have 30 gems, have to be careful. Light a Balloon, keeping them healthy. No flip for Andrade there. Just going to have to run away, and now the members of the blue team turn onto this Web Weaver. They got to get it down. Out comes the Blizzard once again. Zul'jin in some big trouble as level 10 is hit, and they're going to use that regen to keep them alive. Our Luna also giving a little bit of help with that quick flash heal. Out comes the Divine Storm from Uther. Leap of Faith being used to save Andrade there. And let's take a look at some of these as we just continue to push in this top lane. Bottom Web Weaver still available. Kael'thas trying to push in as Web Weaver has been destroyed in the middle lane, but Thick Wave still available to them. Level 10 finally reached for the members of Yavapai. We are going to see that Taz Dingo come out as Pyroblast is scary. This kills the Zul'jin. So Pyro will give them, or excuse me, Taz Dingo will give them a fighting chance. Have Metamorphosis for Illidan, Ring of Frost, Light Bomb, and then of course Apocalypse. So a big ol' auto or wombo from those ultimates of the members of Yavapai. Down here in the bottom, we are going to see Lightly Salted to try to take this bottom camp with relative success, or without any, excuse me, I'm trying to say too many things at once. We are going to see this bottom camp taken easily enough by Lightly Salted, as members of Yavapai have been looking to turn in. They're going to try and find the fight here now. All ultimates save Pyro and Divine Storm available. We also have that Starfall, the bunker for the Pyroblast. So that's got to feel nice. Anytime Pyro comes out, you can just jump in the bunker and then totally live. Andrade is going to try and get onto the members of Lightly Salted. Out comes the meta. Kael'thas will fall, and that is going to be a 1-0 going over to the members of Yavapai Municipal County. Or the Ghosts of Yavapai? Goats? I can't remember what they were called last season. I accidentally called them goats. So, could definitely call them that as well. Illidan gonna finish that level 1 quest picked up there. Zul'jin has 2 stacks on that Headhunter, so they do have the increased damage by 2%. Stun coming out onto Andrade. We would like to control his character, please. Middle Webby going to be the, not the last to survive. Bottom looking pretty healthy there. It is going to be pushed down. Ring of Frost comes out, connects on to 2 members. That is going to be Sonya going down. The bunker needs to be dropped. Shanxi has to drop the Taz Dingo to remain alive. Illidan will go down. 1 for 1 so far. And the members of Yavapai are quite low. Andrade may die here if they're not careful. Kael'thas looking to get him. 61 health. Can he get out? The heal from Lara Luna is going to be enough. Jaina dropping the slows to make sure that they can't be chased. And only Illidan dies there. 60 health. Diablo survives. This fort survives here in the middle lane as well, but in the bottom, Webby finally dies. Huge wave that Sonya is going to have to deal with. Logic probably not happy about that. They're going to have lots of gems, though, so in the end, gonna be worth, but gosh darn it, clearing those chores. And now, once again, Web Weavers are down, so it is time for Lightly Salted to push in here. We are going to see 2 members taking a ton of damage here from the side of Yavapai. Andrade tanking for Shanxi, though, able to make sure that their poor little squishy Zul'jin, who does not have the Taz Dingo, will survive. Web Weavers have been picked up by our friends in the orange. They are going to just try and clear out this. Sorry, I saw Weena's post Yavapai's full name in chat, and I always have to laugh because it's just so absurd, and every season it gets longer and longer and longer until the point I think we're going to have to be like, guys, you need to stop. Like, we only have, I think, 30 characters on the brand new Heroes Helper, and they've already exceeded that, I'm sure. Webweaver in the middle lane going to be destroyed, and a spicy gank bush coming out here from Lightly Salted. However, it is immediately sniffed out there, and what started out as so spicy ends up being terrible for Lightly Salted. Blaze drops the bunker, but nobody gets in. Kael'Thas the first to go down. Blaze finishing that quest before immediately dying there. And despite the humongous combo from Yavapai, like, that didn't go nearly as terribly for Lightly Salted as it looked. Like in the nicest possible way. That's an oh shit moment. You're like, all right, we're gonna get them, but like they see you there, and then you're stuck in that corridor against Diablo, Jaina, Illidan, Zul'jin, Anduin. Like, oh shit. Only 2 members go down though. Still definitely in this game. Bottom was picked off by the Web Weaver. Middle, just about the same for both teams. Top was immediately destroyed by Lightly Salted, so value in that at least. 26 max, and these friends cap it every time. Chess Club. Yeah, absolutely insane. Here in the middle, we are going to see the gems getting turned in by the members of Lightly Salted. A nice, easy, simple name to say. Don't have to worry about it. Don't have to ask the captain, what's your full name again? Because the website doesn't have it. So they will get those 14 gems in. Take a look at some of these other stats while we wait, and then we'll head back to those talents. So we haven't talked about those boys for quite some time. It's been kind of go, go, go since level 7 here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Both bruiser camps have been picked up, and again, absolutely amazed the macro of these Division D teams are better than myself. Boss is going to be started by Lightly Salted with all 5 members of Yavapai alive. Definitely a spicy play. Turn-in comes in from Yavapai. Boss has been announced. Sonya gonna pop that Wrath, try and get it down, but Yavapai is quick to come, and this is not a fast clear by the members of Lightly Salted at all. Out comes the stun, out comes the Jaina ring. That's 2 members of Lightly Salted being blasted immediately. Boss is picked up there, but Andrade is on top of Sonya. Logic stuck in a corner. They're trying to spin to win. Are they going to be able to get away as Uther goes down? Blaze goes down. Zul'jin goes down. Sonya goes down. And Tyrande is the only one to make it out. Boss up here in the top lane is going to be dealt with by Diablo. The rest of the members going to push. Take a look at some of these stats here before we hop back to these talents. And holy moly, what a crazy play by both teams. Not sure how Yavapai, or excuse me, Lightly Salted thought they were going to get that boss done with all 5 members alive and turning in. But, like, they got it, and that's the important part, because in 10 seconds here, they will be back online. That is going to be the top fort falling here for our friends in the orange. In the bottom fort wall has been taken down. But, you know, like, that's absolutely not the worst thing you could have done, taking a boss while everybody is alive. So, super props to Lightly Salted, because their boss did get work done too. It got the top fort wall here, so you know, like there's worse. They have no gems now, and now it's time for the gank bush of Yavapai themselves. However, there isn't really a whole lot of reason for anybody to come out of Lightly Salted. They have some lane clearing to do, because that was a big old push. One tower taken down here in the middle lane. Up in the top, 1 tower taken. Ha 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 ha, says Mega Mook. I must have missed something good, darn. Was supposed to be a gank attempt, but I have a feeling it was thwarted. Alright, for real though, let's look at these talents. This is D West 10. So, Haven't really gotten a whole lot to see since level 10. Diablo, of course, going for the standard Diablo build. A little bit of a variation, actually. They started with the auto attacks, and now have swapped to the Devastating Charge and the Domination. Out comes the Ring of Frost. Illidan Metamorphosis will already pop. Light Bomb and APOC also the same, but it is just going to be Illidan who is the first to fall. Blue Space Hat having to use the Ice Block, but it only delays the inevitable as they do go down. Andrade is a little baby. Oh, he dies. Super unlucky. Ara Luna using that Divine Star, trying to run away as fast as they can, but the bounce off of them does end the life of Zul'jin. That is going to be Anduin going down. Only Soulless Diablo remains. 5 or for nothing. Going over to Lightly Salted. When Logic spits on you with his rapper lips. Oh no. Don't reverse. Sonya is going to try and grab this Bruiser camp. She's on it all by herself. However, it's just a Soulless Diablo alive. Pangs of Danger come out here for Sonya, but Logic able to grab that easily enough. Friends finally showing up to help with the 1 minion. And this is going to be a big wave coming out here for Lightly Salted, who may take the game with this. If they don't, they could surely be in trouble, as neither team will really have anything. And then you end up in one of those, 75-minute Tomb of the Spider Queen games. But all 3 spiders are spawning right up to the keep. Really nicely done by Lightly Salted, able to push out all the lanes and then turn in and then get the camp. Mega Milk is going to hop in here and grab that middle lane spider because this bottom keep is just dead. So Logic hopping onto the middle keep now. Guys, you don't have to kill all the keeps like you do Alterac Pass here, but nevertheless, they're just going to try and get all these webs pushed up. Top has already been dissipated. Out comes the huge combo of Yavapai, their last chance to stay in this, and it is good. The Hammer of the, Divine Storm is good as well. Diablo going to be the first of all. They don't have souls, so that is the full death. Mega Milk very low. Blue Space Hat takes a bunch of damage. Shanzi, do they have the Taz Dingo? They do. They have 6 health. Leap of Faith comes out. Ara Luna going to run into base, not take that Pyroblast damage. Nobody quite on the core yet of Yavapai, and as such, they have a naked core, but they have the whole shield, they have the whole core, and this is easily defensible for them. They've got good wave clear. Diablo, the only one dead, and they've probably got the weakest wave clear, except for maybe Anduin, out of this entire team. So, just gonna try and push back all the minions here. 45 gems on the side of Lightly Salted. Gonna try and get the turn in here. Excuse me, had to sneeze and didn't want to deafen you all with my my illness. For the Lich King, thank you very much, Swing Time, for the follow, and I hope everybody is having a phenomenal time here. We are going to see the members of Lightly Salted just back out, play this slow, see where the other members are going to step up. And now we're in kind of this awkward phase of Tomb of the Spider Queen where nobody really has enough gems to turn in. The turn-in prices are quite high. Looks like a potential gank bush coming in here for Lightly Salted. They see 3 members. Jaina immediately ice blocks. That is a huge amount of damage coming out. The combo comes out, but not before Anduin and Illidan bite the dust. Ring is good, but not enough. Shanxi is quite low. Kale Foss taking a ton of damage, but they just pop that shield from the level 1 talent and are going to be completely fine. Hellgate having to use to get Andrade out, and this is a very healthy Lightly Salted. We may have a series on our hands as the team starts to wail on the core. The shield has fallen quickly, 98%. Diablo coming out. It's up to the 3 to kill the 5. No big cooldowns left. Diablo very, very low. Taz Dingo coming out. Waffle Cop through the 1 that needs to go down first. They're able to grab him, but that's it from Zul'jin. They're taking as much as they can. 22% on the core, and that is 15, 12. Can they do it? No. Game number 2 going over to Lightly Salted. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary folks, we have a series on our hands. A 3-game series where my audio doesn't die. Very exciting. Very, very close again. This time, not a a 56 game kill, but you know, like 24 nearly is still exciting. 11 to 10, definitely some more carefully calculated fights there. Arc Valley on this Tyrande continuing to impress, keeping up with the Anduin and healing and never dying. Well done by them. Excuse me, I am full of all sorts of interesting sounds tonight. My body is like, oh, are you on speaker? Let me just burp as loud as I can because you are such a lady. So pardon me if I keep muting myself. We'll take a look here at this. Very close in damage all around. 60k to 73 on our biggest contributors, on our mages, of course. Blue Space Hat and Kale Foss.
But I love gathering.
I hate people, but I love gathering. CC Creative, thank you for the rating party of 16. Welcome. We're casting some NGS. I haven't met you before, so hello, welcome. Tell me all about your stream. I hope you had a good one. Delta Sniper, I just got here to watch my boys Yavapai. All right, we are going to hop in here. So they have the lobby 3 available. We're going to go over these really quickly. We have plenty of Pyroblast talents, Living Bomb talents coming out here from Wafflecopter. Of course, Sun King's Fury, Pyromaniac, and then the big one, Ignite, is going to be the biggest point I want to touch down on. I'm going to hop back over to me while we hop into game number 3, our final game of the series. We'll go through the maps for everybody who missed it. Sorry we don't have a whole lot of time to talk about the talents. But nevertheless, we're here. We're excited to play. I'm going to update our score screen, as we are 1-2-1, and interestingly enough, both teams, you know, they pick a map and then they end up losing on it. Always crazy when that happens. So, gonna hop over here to the map screen. If you're wondering, Jinxie, what happened? Well, I got you. Don't worry. So, as you can see, the maps that were banned away were Yavapai, taken away, Dragonshire, and Brax's Holdout. Lightly Salted got rid of Cursed Hollow and Hanamura Temple. First game was on Alterac Pass. That was picked by Lightly Salted, who ended up not being able to finish it quite there at the end, and thus given the win over to Yavapai with a really fantastic team fight. You'll have to go back and watch the VOD to see that. Very well done by Yavapai. And then the reverse Uno coming out from Lightly Salted, as they did take the first pick and ended up with, as you saw, a very strong half Blaze, half Uther tank combo that nobody quite expected, just decimating folks in the late game with the sustain. Our last map of the evening is going to be Infernal Shrines. Was picked up by the members of Yavapai, and as such, we are going to see, at least I think, I'm let them know we're ready. I'm going to ask if first pick is good before I update this. I love that they type their whole name out. Yavapai County Municipal Chess, gosh darn it, I was doing so good. Yavapai County Municipal Youth Chess Club and Swim Team. Episode 4 is ready. All right, they are. So we are going to hop into this, which means that was first pick going over to the members of Lightly Salted, and the map pick going over to Yavapai. God, this scene is such a disaster. I'll let them know. Hope you know your overlay, or your name, ruins my overlay. Zool gonna be banned away once again. Too strong in that very first game. They're saying, you know what, like Chromie will deal with it. Mega Mook just saying, you're welcome. Malthael this time going to be banned out here. We did see Logic play a fantastic Malthael in game number 1, so makes sense to get rid of him here. Are we going to see similar bans? Are we going to see the JOHANNA banned away once again? ETC, we know Yavapai does not want to deal with. It is going to be that task once again. So task remains consistent through all 3 games. Nobody wants to deal with task. He was nerfed recently, but still far too strong. So get him out of here. I can hear my kitty meowing forlornly in the background, so hopefully you guys can't hear that because it's bumming me out. I'd have to see if he wants to come in and lay on the bed because he sounds very sad. Oh, my eyebrows are perfect. Thank you. You had a tough Storm League, but it was still fun. Oh, I'm glad you had fun. That's the most important part. We are going to see this JOHANNA banned away. And it makes sense. It was so nasty in game number 1. Both teams showing the respect they deserve to the teams. They're very evenly matched. This is an excellent way to come out week number 1. And whoever wins, I hope the loser goes away feeling proud of themselves because they've done a fantastic job. Nobody's allowed to pick D.Va for 2 weeks, I'm afraid. Holy beard. Oh, we almost had a GAZLOWE game number 1. But again, GAZLOWE is banned as well. So... not for 2 weeks at least. Andrade says, y'all ever seen an offlane Muradin? And now we should get back to the draft as some spicy picks have come out. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Wafflecopter picking that Kale Foss. Once again, they did so well game number 2. And then in a surprise twist, ETC and Anna have gotten through the ban phase and are picked up immediately by the members of Yavapai Municipal County Chess Youth Club. Oh gosh. Oh no. What is it? Okay, I was close. Yavapai County Municipal Youth Chess Club and Swim Team Episode 4, ANewPool. Uther Blaze gonna be picked up again. And this is looking quite similar to game number 2. Again, if it works. But this time round, the members of Yavapai saying, no, no, no. We know that Arc Valley is an insane Tyrande, so we are going to absolutely destroy that. I just got my emotes in. I'm super excited. If you guys want, I'll share the drafts with you guys later. Sorry, I'm very excited. They were just doing a stream before this started, and I'm super hyped. Let's get back to the draft. Orvia is going to be banned out here, and we wonder what Arc Valley is going to play now that Tyrande has been taken away. We'll have to wait a moment, though, as Yavapai has their turn to lock in. Who are they going to pair it with this Anna? And it's going to be Deathwing Greymane. Blaze has been picked up by Delta, who has been the solo laner. Or excuse me. No, Logic is the solo laner. So, Leoric could still pick up here, but then you're left with kind of a wonky combo of Leoric, Blaze, Uther, which could definitely kill them. Tychus, of course, still available. Greymane picked up by Blue Space Hat. Very strong assassin. We're going to see the Whitemane Thrall come out. Makes sense that Arc Valley would play the Whitemane. And it works well. It is a good deterrent to burst damage, which Anna is usually paired with. This should be a mage. Maybe Jaina or... It would probably have to be Jaina. All the others have been picked or banned. Orphea's gone. Tassadar is gone. Unless this is an Imperious with the Anna. Are you ready for thighs? Thick thighs save lives. It is going to be the Alex Straza for Shansu. And if I remember correctly, this is the team that made the DPS Alex Straza work. And Tetcher was on one of my Storm League games and was like, I've seen this work, so I'm going to try it. And all the rest of us were like, no, please don't do that. Like you're not Shansu. Don't Don't do that. And he's like, no, I'm going to do it. And it went terribly, as you can expect. I'm going to hop back over to me for just a hot second. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. We're on Infernal Shrines. Infernal Shrines. We're on Infernal Shrines. It's game number 3. We've got an Alexstrasza DPS. Yavapai has the John Cena Punisher as their logo. I am very excited. I like the Alexstrasza, but I think I'm going to have to give the team comp to Lightly Salted. I like the Thrall. He does good damage, has percent. Wafflecopter played an insane Kael'thas last game, and I'm excited to see what this white main can do. So that is going to be my vote. Of course, that is simply my opinion. I would love to hear yours in chat as we get a move on. We are going to hop into our last game of the evening. Over here, I didn't update my screen while I was talking about the draft because I was too busy bitching about DPS Alexstrasza. So, over on the left-hand side, we are going to see Yavapai Municipal County Youth Chess Club and Swim Team Season 4, a new pool. With Andrade on the ETC, Aura Luna is going to be your Ana. Blue Space Hat on the Grey Main. Chauncey on that Alexstrasza, and up in the top, Mega Milk on that Deathwing. And over on the right-hand side, Arc Valley on the White Main, Delta on that Blaze, Absolute Yoda on the Uther, Logic will be your Thrall, Wafflecopter again on the Kael'thas, and I think I said everybody, so that is going to be me not flipping the thing over. There we go. Sorry, team. I know you're going to panic, but it's going to be okay. You don't miss anything. We go in. All you miss the teams running to the middle. Try and pop each other out. Nobody's going to do that. Just everyone talking about a 5-man mosh pit. Everybody going to rotate down here to the bottom lane after that mid lane skirmish. Yep, there it is, highlighting for a queen swap. Thank you for the Lich King. Javier No Pepper, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you highlighting for me. We're going to see a stun come out here from Blaze. Aura Luna taking a lot of damage, has to be careful, but Alex able to save him. It is going to be that E-build Alexstrasza coming out. I tried that earlier today, got my little fanny bopped. So, sticking to regular Alex from now on. Taking a look at these talents. Uther once again going for that Hammer of the Lightbringer. Mana Addict for Kael'thas. Adrenaline Stim Pack. And then the Pity the Frail coming out for White Main. That is going to be those Searing Lashes, lowering the cooldown of Inquisition. And allies below 30 health will receive more healing from White Main. So keeping those folks alive nice and easy. Absolute Yoda taking a huge chunk of damage. Out comes that anti-healing grenade, but it's not going to be enough for the tanky Uther boy. Sleep coming out on a Delta. He's got no mana. Up in the top, I'd just like to head over to our cool and attractive players. Again, they sacrifice screen time so we can have XP. Deathwing went to the top, so just pretend Logic is here in spirit. Or excuse me, not Logic. The offlane for Yavapai. Logic is here. We can see them. Megumilk. There they are. Camps are being picked up here by the teams. Alex starting this one all on her own. Can definitely do it with the 20% healing from their circle, as we're going to see. But by themselves, quite difficult. We are going to see the Ana checking for the members of Lightly Salted here in the bush. They do find them, and as such, we're going to see a little bit of a skirmish break out here. Both solo laners nowhere near enough to help, and everybody just leaves. They, you know, screw this camp. We don't want it anyways. Objective will be spawning here in 4 seconds, and that is going to be a big boost going over to the members of Lightly Salted, who are just going to get this free push. Bruiser Camp is going to be started here by Yavapai. They will be late to the objective as a result. When Kael'thas being able to clear, nobody quite starting it yet. Everybody too scared of the ETC, so that actually ends up being Yavapai who gets the first minion on the board. But now we do see 9 coming out from Lightly Salted. Andrade just trying to keep vision on everybody. Gets bonked by that Uther stun. The Hammer of Justice, quite good. Mega Meal gonna try and come clear some of these objectives all the way from Africa. Stay nice and safe. Ara Luna getting in there with them. Ana auto attacks. You love to see the Ana clear as everybody is just kind of harassing each other. Nobody committing to a fight. We are level 4. Level 7's just an inkling away. ETC is going to die down here in the bottom lane to the Uther. Almost caught it that time. We're 3 for 3 on missing the first blood, just seeing what everyone else is up to. Megu does drop that Cataclysm there, as you saw. Of course, Cataclysm being picked up at level 1. But with the early access from the members of Lightly Salted, this is going to be the first Punisher going over to our friends in the orange. It is going to be a Mortar Punisher, which has been argued to be the weakest Punisher since he just kind of RNGs balls all over the place, and you have to hope you don't die. Like this Greymane, for example. Blue Space Hat does nearly survive. It ends up being killed in 3 seconds, and as such does not get that extra 20% healing. Ana not able to reload quite so fast, and Alex Straza with the E-build taking a little bit lower of the healing numbers there. That is going to be potentially the first fort going over to Lightly Salted. Punisher still with 11% health and 3 members on. Help pings are coming out. Blaze soaking in the other lane, giving a nice lead to Lightly Salted here. We are going to see this camp finally cleared out. Only, you know, 4 minutes late. And by the wrong team. But, like, that's okay, you know? Lightly Salted are absolutely dominating this early game here. And the weakness of the double support from the members of Yavapai really showing. Deathwing is going to get a stun there, and now we'll take some time to look at these talents while everybody is just focusing on their macro. We do have standard for Greymane, getting the Eyes in the Dark, Viciousness, Quicksilver Bullets, of course the E-build from Alex. Death Drop coming out from Deathwing, and this is basically just the sustained build from Deathwing. Pretty standard so far. Interestingly, our Luna we're seeing with that grenade build coming out here. Bottom camp is taken by the members of Lightly Salted, who are just on top of it this game round. We typically see the sleep build I've seen. I both, of course, being very good, but more commonly at the higher levels of play, we see sleeps coming out from Ana, of course. Blaze, again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Adrenaline Stim Pack. Whitemane finally getting that intercession, which is basically her version of cleanse. Will be able to keep her allies from being CC'd so long as she is able to get 1 stack of desperation. Or she's able to deal with it, I guess. You're always able to get stacks of desperation. It's fine. Level 10 has been reached by Lightly Salted. We're going to take a look at their ultimates here. Sundering coming out for Thrall. Once again, we do see the Divine Storm. Whitemane, of course, Divine Reckoning, the standard alt for Whitemane these days. Bunker for anything that the members of Yavapai can throw at the team. Blaze going to go in, get a stun. ETC taking a lot of damage, and immediately out comes the Pyroblast. However, Andrade is a full health ETC. Going to lose 60% of their health there. And Ana struggling to heal him back up. Gets a good sleep, connecting on 2 members. ETC finally running back to tap, and this middle fort is under some serious trouble. Deathwing with double support seems odd. Yeah, I agree. But I think Yavapai have a plan, and they just need a little bit more time for it to become active. At level 20, the double dragon is going to be absolutely insane. It's just a matter of getting there for the members of Yavapai Municipal County. Definitely going to take to the sky here. Stage dive coming out from ETC as level 10s have been reached for Yavapai as well. Nano boost, of course. Cursed Bullet. Definitely going for the Burn Beneath My Shadow, and Cleansing Flame coming out from Alex Straza. This is a game on even terms. Bruiser Camp being picked up here by Lightly Salted, and we are going to see the early advance from Yavapai onto this objective here. 12 members picked up. Alex at 20 can be very scary on the Shrine. This is her best map, so we will have to wait and see what Lightly Salted can do about it. Sleep Dart does not connect on a Delta, and now the baby members of Yavapai are going to be in some serious trouble. ETC uses the stage dive, tries to disconnect on, but everybody else walks around it despite the wind-up time. Out comes the Divine Storm. Whitemane using the Divine Reckoning to hit Chauncey. Uther going to go down. Ana going to go down. This is a very chaotic fight. Everyone all over the place. Megaville taking a ton of health damage there. Going to be very low. Get blocked out by Logic. Having to use the jump to get through. Ends up falling. Logic, though, not long for this world. Going to be the next to go down. Maybe? Thrall's insane? Alexstrasza and Ana the only ones alive. That's because Ana has respawned. And what looks so solid for the members of Yavapai is going to be another Punisher, most likely going over to Lightly Salted there. Alexstrasza the only one alive. 3 minions. That's all they needed. 3 more Shrine Guardians. But unfortunately, the team fight of the members of Lightly Salted too good. We're just going to wait for the clear to come out. Level 13 has been hit for Lightly Salted, who, again, just showing an absolutely dominant game, number 3. Blaze is going to pop that medallion there, go in. Deathwing trying to do as much damage as they can, grab those extra Punishers. And in a shocking twist of events, this is going to be the Frozen Punisher going over to Yavapai. However, they're being blown to bits here. Blaze finishing that level 7 quest, having to drop the bunker. Uther, Divine storming themselves. Alexstrasza going to be the first to fall. Divine Reckoning comes out. Kael'thas getting in the bunker after taking a little bit of damage there. Punisher pushing on to this top fort, but it looks like Lightly Salted don't give a flip. Finally going to head back over as it takes both of the towers there. Only 50% health. Shouldn't get much more than that. Maybe a little bit of damage onto the fort. If that, the surrounding of the Punisher by Lightly Salted is working out well for him. Punisher does jump onto Thrall. Going to be a punch. Disable the tower, but with nobody left to follow up on John, it's just going to be the tower that does go down. There were some desperation heals, yes. Deathwing clearing out the bottom. It looked like there was potentially a camp attempt by Yavapai, but they stopped, and now they are looking to go back. Invade coming out from Lightly Salted. They do have 13, so this should be Yavapai just giving it up. They don't want to fight down a talent tier. ETC does not have that crowd surfer, will not go through the wall, opting instead for the loudspeakers and then the pinball wizard, getting that extra damage. ETC is going to slide in, though, with this stage dive. So dive in, then slide. There we go. Dragon has been popped. Deathwing comes in, and now Lightly Salted could be in some serious trouble. Uther running away. They drop the Divine Storm, but nobody's going to be able to connect, and that is going to be Uther going down. Out comes Cataclysm. Deathwing trying to get a better spot on these squishy heroes, chasing down Wafflecopter and Delta. Alexstrasza, Cleansing Flame, going to go for pure damage onto Logic there. However, Thrall, nice and healthy, gonna drop down, get some extra time on the Dragon. It does go down. Andrade with a 3-man stun, and that is gonna be Kael'thas, falling quite low, but Whitemane is full health, full mana. Deathwing gonna be the next to fall, and what looks so good for the members of Yavapai ends up just being a 1-for-1. Maybe 2-for-1 if Chauncey can't run away. They're being slowed. They're healing up with that level 7, though. ETC will fall to Kael'thas and Whitemane while this chase is going on. However, Chauncey has more health than when they walked into this fight. They're being chased, but like the superior slows, they've got to almost have their dragon up, right? Yeah, it's totally up. Like, good luck, Lightly Salted. Oh, the Uther stun, that might be a problem. They do have their ultimate up. They are going to continue to heal. Greymane will fall in the back. Ana going to be the next to go down. And the whole team is dying, but Alexstrasza doesn't give a... Okay. They finally give a crap. ETC has to burn the stage dive in an incredible fight that finally comes to a conclusion where everybody kind of just did their own thing, ran back in, and kind of died while we went on a wild goose chase for the Alexstrasza. While that is happening, Kael'thas may be in kind of a funky spot. Deathwing and ETC looking to grab him. Here comes Whitemane. Gotta try and heal up their friend. Out comes the ultimate, and Wafflecopter is full health. Magu is a little boy. Level 16 is online for... Excuse me while I fix my vision. Level 16 is online for Lightly Salted here. We are going to jump to fix the vision. There we go. Make it even a little bit bigger. Boom. Wish it was like this all the time. And Heroes of the Storm. Objective is ready. Will be active right now. Is anyone going to try and go for it? Bottom camp was taken by Lightly Salted. Thrall starting on this defensive camp here for our friends in the orange. And we'll take some time to look at these talents once again. Going for that subjugation and the shared punishment for Whitemane. Reducing armor and having that Inquisition affecting another target. ETC finally has that Encore, which if you hit all 5 members with both waves, will give you your stage dive back. So we can see that they've been using it a little bit more. Still not level 16, so Yavapai is just going to have to give this up. They do destroy the top fort, but this comp doesn't do exactly a ton of push damage. Greymane really the only siege hero in this 4-man, so you know, like, it'll fall eventually. One tower goes down. Meanwhile, all 3 camps have been picked up by Lightly Salted. Middle gate has been absolutely decimated. Punisher picked up, going to the bottom lane. Deathwing looking to get back. They do have to Hearth. Blue Space Hat has been left all alone. Out comes the Pyroblast. Here's Logic. And Blue Space Hat getting the Sarah Kerrigan experience. Left alone. Everybody went home. Nobody cared that they would die. Feels bad. Bruiser being picked up here by the members of Lightly Salted. Punisher still 72%. Wailing away at the keep. Megu not being able to be stunned. Doesn't give a flip about John Cena. And we may be approaching the end here, as Lightly Salted is quite content to just push the top, push with all their camps, and having that double support. The wave clear is scarce for the side of Yavapai. They are going to lose the keep before that Punisher finally decides to go down, and he's only got 3% health. There he goes, finally. Whole lane of siege damage done by that Punisher in exchange for the top lane fort of the members of Lightly Salted. Not necessarily the best trade there for Yavapai. Still definitely in the game. They are 16 to 19, and that's a rough level difference. We're almost level 20 here for our friends in the orange, and now is the opportunity for Yavapai to take a fight. They have to do something before level 20 or risk waiting forever to get those final Storm tier talents. Tears Deliverance coming out from Uther at level 16. I've just noticed. We usually see the Benediction. So this talent can be used to heal up your map team as they get a little bit lower. Of course, it gives extra increased damage and healing. So great for clear. Deathwing is going to fight up here in the top. Out comes the Cataclysm. Thrall dropping that Sundering, but it looks like this should just be Megu going down to the fire of KT. The Phoenix has beaten the Dragon, and now this middle fort should be destroyed here. Not a whole lot that Yavapai can do. They don't have 20. We do see the Purge the Wicked coming out from Whitemane, lowering the enemy armor and dealing damage over 4 seconds. Burn Notice from Blaze. Very strong pickups here. Of course, Master of Flames for Kael'thas. Uther going for that Divine Hurricane, and then Nexus Blades for Thrall. With these level 20s, we can infer that Lightly Salted is potentially looking to end the game right here, right now. They know it's still 2 levels until the members of Yavapai can come back in and fight. EDC dives in, gets the 2-man. We don't have that Alex Straza level 20 quite yet. Whitemane healing everybody back up with that ultimate there. We can see Shanti taking a lot of damage. Deathwing is alive. Delta does go down, but as does ETC. Still with no 20 means no Death Mosh or the like. 55% on the core. Alex Straza takes to the sky. The double dragons are doing everything they can to survive, try and keep everyone alive. Thrall goes down, and with 25% on the core, Wafflecopter the only one hitting it. They do finally pop that medallion. We haven't seen much of it the last 2 games. 21 damage. KT hearthing back. Isn't the end yet. Yavapai still have a fighting chance. Very excellent defense by blue team. I feel like Phoenix would help with the objective. That's very true. Phoenix is great for the objective. I can definitely see why Pyroblast was taken, though. Every time Wafflecopter has dropped a Pyroblast, that person is just out of the fight. Full health or not. We saw early on, around level 10, when Waffle was able to get that full health ETC hit by the Pyroblast, and then they were like, okay, well, I guess I just have to go home and wait for my double support to heal me out, which of course means no engage until that happens. So I can see an argument for both. But you are right, Holybeard. Phoenix is great for the objective. Shrine is active up here in the top lane. It doesn't seem like anyone really cares. Camps are being picked up here by the members of Lightly Salted. Alexstrasza is trying to just clear everything out in the middle lane. Level 20 finally reached for Yavapai. Of course, Death Metal coming out for ETC. Dynamic Optics for the Ana. We have that Hunter's Blunderbuss, fairly common for the Greymane. Destroyer's Rampage coming out for Deathwing. And then what we've been waiting for on this Alexstrasza, Ancient Flame. Alex is the DPS now. 21% and a shield on the core. Is this enough? Out immediately comes the stage dive. Out comes the Divine Hurricane. Andrade taking a ton of damage. Ana trying to keep everybody healthy. Ana does drop the nano onto Alexstrasza, who finally takes that dragon form. Megu very low. Can they survive? Gets out. And this is explosive by Alexstrasza. Jumping down onto the members of Lightly Salted. 3 of them have already perished. And Alex is looking to land right in front of them. Whitemane and Uther being knocked back by that wing buffet. Arc Valley so slow, and the Ancient Flame is good. They swap targets, and as such, both of them are going to get away unless Alex has a little bit more peel. No, the Whitemane with that subjugation is going to keep Uther alive. However, anybody who can damage or engage is dead on the side of Lightly Salted. ETC using the stage dive finally gets to the objective. It is started. And this is still a level 20 Punisher. I mean, it's top lane, the lane that has the fort push. We could see Yavapai make an insane comeback here. The team fight on their core was excellent. Ana using that active reload, healing everybody up. Retreat, 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 being pinged by Uther. He says, don't give your life for it. It's fine. We can defend. Greymane is in the bottom. Can't help out here. Using that Hunter's Blunderbuss to try and make sure core isn't attacked by these catapults. And now we will have a 4v5 on the altar here. The members of Yavapai trying to get out. ETC does not have a stage dive up yet. Blaze is stunning out. The Death Mosh hitting 3 members, allowing Araluna to maybe make their way out. That is going to be ETC down for a full minute. Alexstrasza trying to keep Ana alive. Not much they can do. Out comes the Pyroblast as Shank is dropped low. Ana goes down. And this should be the end of the game, with Lightly Salted being our victors here. Almost a comeback by Yavapai, but in the end, the respawn time was just a little bit too much. Lightly Salted just a little too ahead. Megu trying to defend. Out comes the Alexstrasza. She is hitting everybody with that Ancient Flame. The core hasn't been touched yet. The members of Lightly Salted are very low. No respect for the double dragon. Ends up costing all the members of Lightly Salted their life. That's everyone going down, and now's the time for Lightly Salted, Yavapai to make something happen. I'm getting my teams confused because this game is wild. Megu and Blue Space Hat alive. Alex alive. Alex is clearing the shrine up here with the best shrine clear in the world. Oh, man, look at that. Minions waiting around for something to happen. ETC finally stage diving in. And this is a slow clear. Can Yavapai still turn this around? I want to say, Shanti, I sincerely apologize. I thought your DPS, Alexstrasza, was a meme. You've once again shown me that I'm full of beans. And the Ancient Flame is nothing to sneeze at. John Cena, the Mortar Punisher, coming for this keep. The members of Lightly Salted will be alive to defend. Camp being picked up here by Yavapai. Is this the comeback of the century? Something to send to 323 Weekly, which if you're not watching it, you should. It happens on Sunday. Smiley's pretty good at power rankings, despite putting me in C tier. That's okay. I'm not mad. Only disappointed. John Cena not going to get a whole lot of value and may not even get the keep here. 4% left, 50% on the keep, and not pushing with it may have cost Yavapai the game right there. I know the members of Lightly Salted were going to be up soon, but getting the camp doesn't do much, especially if you don't push with it. Like, camp's already dead. On an ETC on the camp, that's not good wave clear. The other member's just clearing out. This is going to be the camp invade. Deathwing does land. They don't have the ability to push anyone off the point, not having that fear. Out comes the Pyroblast. Megu quite low. ETC does go down. Gets one member of Lightly Salted. Thrall drops the medallion. Blaze comes in. This is going to be members of Yavapai in some serious trouble. Blue Space Hat full of poison, trying to do as much damage as they can. And Alex Raza takes to the sky, hitting several members of the Lightly Salted crew. They jump down. They're going to land. They don't get the Dragon. Dragon is popped now. Does have a pretty solid health pool, but the core is under serious pressure. Members of Lightly Assaulted are low, but the core is even lower. Thrall is the first to fall. Next is going to be nobody. That's it. That's game number 3 and the series going over to Lightly Salted. GG. What a crazy series. Let's take a look at the scores here. This time we can see it was a little bit more dominant as Lightly Salted taking 20 kills to Yavapai's 13. Nobody getting away with the 0 deaths though, but once again, Arc Valley, absolutely insane on the healer. 73k compared to... They heal almost as much as both the healers on Yavapai combined. 73k there, 1 death, very well played. We'll take a look at these talents. We didn't really get a chance to talk about them in the game. I suppose we did have a chance, but like I'm bad at being like, oh yeah, the talents are happening at the late game. There were some amazing defenses, I agree. I'm going to message the folks on the side of Lightly Salted to see if they want to get in here for an interview. Can I just message them from here? Let's see. No, I'll have to go to the NGS chat. Alrighty, I'm going to hop over here while we update. Oh, not in a channel. Gosh darn it. Alright. W for Wafflecopter. Alrighty, so for your information, in case you weren't just watching and have no idea what happened, maybe you came in late to the party, that is going to be match point and game number 2 and match point going over to Lightly Salted. It's 11 o'clock at night, folks, so you'll have to forgive me. My brain is kind of shutting down here a little bit. Let us update that. Game number 3 was Infernal Shrines. It was picked by the blue team, won by the red team, and that is match point going over to Lightly Salted. Update that. We do have Yes on the interview. I'm going to hop into a lobby with our victors and we'll talk about a little bit about what happened. Alrighty. Where is Discord? Why did it close on me? Why is everything breaking? Why did I take a 9 o'clock match when my bedtime is like 10:30? Questions we'll never know. Hello! Congratulations on your win, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks. I am here with Wafflecopter. How you feeling?
Oh, feeling great. That was a very intense series, and we were worried towards the end after we just kept wiping on the core back to back, so...
Yeah, we were worried for you a little bit. The chat was kind of like, oh no, is this the turnaround? But you guys managed to pull it together and ended up getting the victory. So, first and foremost, again, congratulations. Game number 1. You guys ended up picking the map, I believe. And it was back and forth for a little bit. Tell me how you kind of bounced back after game number 1.
We just kind of got our heads together, picked something we were a little bit more comfortable with. The Imperius and Johanna we hadn't practiced a lot with, so we like to go to our main tank Uther, and so.
Right. Which I love, absolutely. Like, if I can just say, I think Uther is such a fun main tank, and not a lot of people play him anymore. You guys did it really well. So, is that just something you guys have kind of stuck with over past metas, or tell me a little bit about the Uther?
Yeah, we've started working on it last season in Storm League, and then from there, our guy just started loving it, so we've been playing with it a bunch.
Yeah, definitely. So, game number 1, they take you to Tomb of the Spider Queen. Is this a map that you guys practice often, or were you just kind of rolling with the punches at that point?
We were just rolling with the punches. We kind of understood the macro of that map, like rotating between top and mid and trying to get an XP advantage. And then from there, we just got a couple good team fights, and
Yeah, and it ended up paying out well for you guys, except for, were you worried about the boss play?
oh yes, yeah, we were very worried about that. We had some split decisions there. Some of us wanted to like fake a turn in so that they wouldn't suspect it, and then others were like, "Oh no, we need to do it right now." So we were kind of mixed there. And then when they started rolling in, we were nervous.
You guys ended up grabbing the win there, and then Infernal Shrines. Did the DPS Alex Raza throw you off?
A little bit. We were definitely not expecting that. For the points, we were a little bit worried, but we kind of got picks early on, and then just kind of rolled the camps from there, and then we were just always at a little bit of an advantage.
Right. So that game number 3, though, even though they had kind of a weird comp that they, obviously you had to adapt to, this is something that they've run in the past. That was such a clean game. Were you guys just kind of ramping up, like you said, like you just get better as the games go on? Because man, that last one, up until the end where things got a little bit shaky, you were solid. So
yeah, the wiping on core was not part of the plan.
right.
But I think shot calling wise, we had a lot more time to open up and kind of see how they like to play. So we were able to exploit it a little more. Not that there were many things to exploit. They were playing on top of it, but the macro wise, we just started getting our camp calls down and like deciding when to rotate, when to gank, and all that.
Right. So, as far as games, though, that's all I've got. You guys played spectacularly. Some fun games, some spicy comps. I don't know if you guys know who your opponent is next week, but if you do, are you looking towards that? What are you guys doing to prepare as you continue on? Because you've won week 1, which is obviously really exciting. Nobody wants to start the week with a loss.
Yeah, we were super nervous. We didn't do too much research coming into here, but we knew just looking at what they played, they knew what they were doing. And the first game, they just kind of tossed us around. It wasn't
right.
fun. But definitely, we kind of figured out what we need to do as a team to improve, and we're gonna work on that.
Right. Okay. So we look forward to seeing more from you guys for like the umpteenth time. Again, congratulations. I'm very blown away by your play. It was so fun to watch. And now the floor is yours, my dear. Any shout outs, any call outs you want to make within reason? Now is your time to shine.
Oh, I gotta shout out my girlfriend, of course, for giving me the time to play. I gotta shout out to the team. I appreciate them. Been putting in some work. Shout out to you for casting it, and shout out to the other team.
Thank
They
you.
put up a heck of a fight, so it was a ton of fun for everyone.
It was really fun. We weren't sure who was gonna go either way.
And shout out to NGS for putting this division on. It's a lot of fun.
You guys have done a fantastic job. Well, I will let you get back to your team and have a warm down brawl, a celebratory beer, whatever you guys do together. Have a lovely evening, and thank you so much for joining.
No, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Where's Discord? Oh no. There it is. Alrighty. Well, folks, first of all, thank you. I appreciate that. I always say I have the coolest hair in NGS. It is very soft, and especially in the summer, it's really easy to take care of. That's gonna be it for me, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks. If you like what I'm doing, if you're here from some of the other streams, please definitely drop that follow. If you can support monetarily, I have subs, I have donation links. I would appreciate that. If not, stop by sometime, you know, say, hey, Jinxie, I like what you're doing. I would appreciate that very much. And if you don't, you know, maybe tell me how I can get better. If you want to support me, you can check out my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Those are all directly below the stream. They've got little purple boxes, tell you exactly where they go. Wafflecopter, thank you very much for the follow. I will be back tomorrow bringing you some Div E games. Von Cruz, thank you for the follow. You can catch me right here tomorrow at... Gosh, what time is our game? I think it's 6.
For the Lich King.
Let me double check. Oh my gosh, you guys. Ara Luna, thank you for the follow for the Lich King. FF and the Pancakes versus Ice Crown Citadel Lights. You know me, I'm the resident Lich King. So, of course, we're going to be casting those ICC. And excited to see what the Pancakes are going to bring us. So, if you like NGS, you like my casting, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, we will be here. Thank you guys all. I'm going to raid you over to somebody wonderful. I hope you have a great night. Please be safe. Take care of each other. Who is still casting? Let's see. Fan, Make. Do I know anybody? We always like to try and raid down if we can. But I want to bring you guys to somebody I know isn't like you're going to come in and they're going to be like, spicy things didn't happen. All right, there's a CCS open house tonight, so why don't we send you over to Brainer? That should be fun. We like CCS. They're an NGS organization. So, I'm going to send you over to Brainer. You all have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again. I'm Jinxeekatt. I love you all. Have a good night. We will see you later. Bye.